Here's your wrestling news for March 27th, 2022, and your headlines for today include big spoiler on Bobby Lashley's expected WWE return, wrestler passed away at 28 years old, Vince McMahon schedules special meeting with Seth Rollins on Monday morning, Toni Storm allegedly got backstage worker fired in AEW, Trish Stratus returns at WWE live event, Becky Lynch gets in trouble with Canada Border Services, Vince McMahon had plans for Triple H's in-ring return at WrestleMania 38, Undertaker set to drive pace car in NASCAR Cup Series race, what happened between Sasha Banks and Naomi during SmackDown commercial break, and more. We are kicking off today with Bobby Lashley, who WWE plans on having back in time for WrestleMania, as he'll reportedly be facing Omos at the Show of Shows. Lashley hasn't properly wrestled since January's Royal Rumble event, where he suffered an injury at the hands of Brock Lesnar, and we know now when the Almighty will be around next. PW Insider reports that not only has Lashley's return been confirmed backstage, but he's expected very soon. Bobby Lashley, who has not been seen since the WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, is expected to return to WWE TV this Monday on Raw in Pittsburgh, PW Insider has confirmed. If that's the case, then WWE are likely to hold off on Cody Rhodes making his return during tomorrow night's show, as having too many big returns will only take emphasis off the other. When reports of Lashley's injury first came out, it was suspected that he'd have to miss WrestleMania, but much like his old opponent Drew McIntyre, the Almighty has recovered in record time. We've got some sad news now, as independent wrestler Logan Legit has died at the age of 28. Real name Logan Rotger, the indie star also worked as a salon owner and styled many WWE performers at his salon in Tampa, Florida. Logan left his home on Wednesday and was involved in a vehicular accident and was taken to a hospital in Nashville before he passed away. On social media, wrestling promoter Chris Waddell said that Logan's family flew in from Florida before he passed, adding, "He became the best of us. He really was Logan to me and was not only my partner, but he was my best friend. He gave me tools inside to let people know who I was, who I am, and just to be a better person overall. We are broken, we are sad. I feel so much pain for his mom and dad." A stylist to some huge names in wrestling and a former WWA World Champion, Logan Legit meant a lot to a lot of people, and our condolences go out to his family at this sad time. For weeks, Seth Rollins has been trying to find a way to get onto the WrestleMania 38 card, even trying to take the spots of others already booked like Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. Still without a confirmed match, Rollins has declared that next week's Raw will be cancelled if his demands aren't met, and that's caught the attention of the chairman of the board. On social media, Rollins shared a text message from Vince McMahon, who stated that someone from the office will be reaching out to the architect to organize a meeting at WWE headquarters. McMahon wants Rollins in his office at 9 a.m. Monday morning, which may or may not bode well for the former Universal Champion. On this week's Raw, Rollins challenged AJ Styles, with the winner getting to face Edge at WrestleMania, but it was AJ who got the DQ win when Edge assaulted the Phenomenal One. Of course, it's reported that Rollins will have a match next weekend against the returning Cody Rhodes, but he'll have to survive a meeting with the chairman on the road to WrestleMania. AEW news now, as Tony Khan recently announced that a new signing will be competing in an Owen Hart Women's Cup qualifier this Wednesday, and fans have speculated on who that'll be. When Twitter user JD from NY206 asked fans if it could be Ember Moon or Toni Storm, both of whom are free agents, this brought out an interesting claim about the latter. In a tweet, it was claimed that Storm was allegedly present backstage at Rampage during Revolution Weekend, so she could be the one. When someone questioned the legitimacy of this story, it was added that the person was there and that Tony got his coworker fired, saying, "She told security he was following her and he was just looking for the bathroom backstage. One wrong turn will get you over, I guess." It should be mentioned that some have questioned the legitimacy of this claim, as firing someone over a simple misunderstanding would likely lead to a lawsuit, and it's also been reported that Storm was in Australia at the time of that Rampage. Storm recently launched her OnlyFans page and has made a killing on the platform so far, but she may be earning even more should she be the one who debuts for AEW next week. Back to WWE as last night's live event took place at the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada, and had a special guest host for the occasion. Opening the show, it was revealed that Trish Stratus was hosting the event, and while fans were happy, this didn't sit well with Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch. Lynch and Stratus have been engaged in a war of words ever since the man's victory over Lita at Elimination Chamber, and as far as the champ is concerned, Trish has got some unfair backup. On social media, Lynch said she showed up to Canada wearing Bret Hart swag no less, but was pulled aside from immigration, who told her she'd have to wait in a 2-hour queue. Saying it was midnight and that she had her child on her, Lynch was furious about the queue, especially when she finally reached the front. She was allegedly told, "Trish Stratus sends her regards." In response, Trish tweeted back by welcoming Lynch to Canada, as there's plenty of bad blood between the two. It remains to be seen whether a match between the two ever happens, but whether Lynch retains or loses her title to Bianca Belair next week, a date with Stratus may be in her future. Earlier this week, Triple H declared that due to his cardiac event in September 2021, he will sadly never wrestle again. Triple H's retirement means his last match was an impromptu street fight against Randy Orton, one that only happened because Drew McIntyre had tested positive, but this was by no means the way WWE wanted the game's time in the ring to end. As revealed during the full version of his ESPN First Take interview, Triple H said that at one point he was penciled in to compete at WrestleMania 38. "I had a conversation with Vince McMahon about doing something at WrestleMania this year in Dallas. We had talked about and there were plans for. Obviously, when this happened, it shut all that down. With WrestleMania now less than a week away, WWE has sold the show as the most stupendous 2 nights of the year, but this event and all others will have to go ahead without a match from the King of Kings." Since this announcement, almost everyone has tweeted their respects to Triple H, but Ryback has used this time to take shots at the game. Calling him a massive disappointment, Ryback's bitter insults led to the big guy's name trending, which is ironic since he's claimed that WWE is illegally suppressing his account. Unsurprisingly, Ryback's name has trended because fans have called him out for his spiteful comments, and in his response, Ryback referenced the book 48 Laws of Power, a self-help book in which people are encouraged to remove their principles in order to succeed. It's hard to say whether Ryback understands just why he's trending or whether he thinks the fans still love him, but odds are he won't stop taking shots at the game and WWE. Next week, The Undertaker will become a WWE Hall of Famer, but the dead man has a busy few days ahead of the ceremony. Later today, the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix will start, and it'll be the Phenom who takes part. It's been announced that The Undertaker will drive the pace car for the race, and in an interview he said, "I'm honored to be the honorary pace car driver. It's a big week for Texas with WrestleMania in Dallas on April 2nd and April 3rd, and I'm excited to kick it off at the Circuit of the Americas." A Texas native, it's only fitting that The Undertaker has this role ahead of his long overdue induction into the WWE Hall of Fame. And we're ending today with Sasha Banks and Naomi, who will team at WrestleMania, but the pair of former women's champions aren't just ready to throw down in the ring. During a commercial break during this week's SmackDown, the two set the stage on fire by dancing to Dua Lipa's song Levitating, much to the delight of the crowd in attendance. Many fans recorded the moment on their smartphones as the pair showed they can dance as well as wrestle. Right now, Dua Lipa is in a legal drama over the song, as a music band is suing the 25-year-old, claiming she stole the song, but whatever the outcome of that case, it didn't stop Banks and Naomi from busting a move this week. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.